do, 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 do. Okay, it's going. It's going. And we are live hosts. Yay. All 0 of my viewers tonight. Excellent way to start. Oh man. What is it, not Monday today? That'd be funny actually. But we are going to go live with the Fruit of Grisaia again today. Let's see now. 2 minutes until 7 p.m. So it's an excellent time. Live. Yes. And oh, excuse me. Alright, so let's see. And continue this game as soon as we can. And woo! That makes noises. I did not know that made noises. Okay. Well, learn something new every day. Get the timer out. Getting the opening song going for a little bit. Oh, a minute left to go to the 7 p.m. mark where I'll do my formal intro. It's my time to just kind of hang out a little bit and wait for people, hopefully. So, it's good times. I hope everyone's Monday is going well. Whatever happens in. Yo, how's it going, Vanitas? Welcome, welcome. You made it just before the start. Congratulations. Congratulations, you have created a new element, right? But yes, we are here. It is the times, the end of days and stuff. I don't know actually. But yeah. Welcome, welcome. Oop. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is animefanrk2k here, presenting the Monday Night Livestream. The game is just like last week, the Fruit of Grisaia. A game that has proven to be hilarious. Oh, okay. Oh man, Venus, good luck. Wi-Fi issues do suck. And welcome, King. Thank God. I didn't want to say anything first. Depression is one hell of a condition. It's true. Hopefully, the antics of these people will help a little. But yeah, we're getting right into a Fruit of Grisaia. Hey, how's it going, Methra? Alright, let's see. After middle school, yeah, we're gonna jump right in. I don't remember what happened last time, but it was really funny. You should watch it. After middle school, you won't be popular with the girls if all you can do is fight. You need brains too. Or so my master taught me. So are you smart then? In response to the obvious question, my master replied that women are more popular if they're a little dim-witted. I think she might have intended it as a joke, not that it was remotely funny. My master wasn't much of a comedian, but there's one thing I have to thank her for. Specifically, she's the one who really got me hooked on reading. There are a vast number of books in this world, and the majority are interesting in some way. Even if you get stuck with a seriously dull one, if you look at it critically and figure out why it's a failure, the time you spend with it isn't a complete waste. I devoured books like an addict when I was a kid. Very important. Anime X Michiru. Yo, Michiru best girl. Unpopular opinion, Michiru best girl. Adult depth. Done. Done. My master would get me anything I wanted to read, even comics or porn magazines. That's a good master, I guess. A damn good thing if you can enjoy reading. What, you're reading a porn mag? Whatever. It's reading. Close enough. Why? Lets you make use of the time you spend waiting in the dentist's office, doesn't it? Am I supposed to laugh now? Not to say that I've gained much wisdom from what I've read in waiting rooms, but I think I can at least smile at those words today. From this visual novel. Someone hack it, put adult nep in. Make it easy. Makina, you here? It's its little old lady. Hey, Makina, why aren't you in your own room? True. Yes, there was a note on her door. Thing is, the paper was yellowed and wrinkled. There's no telling how long it's been up there. Are you always in Amane's room? Ah, sa. Yes, the room I've just entered is in fact Amane's. Looking around, the good half of the room is buried in random junk. I guess Makina has been doing her best in imitation of a squirrel preparing for hibernation, depositing things here little by little with every visit. Fair enough. I appreciate the neighborly spirit, but this isn't your room. It's me. Amana's just like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, my bra, whatever. Nothing much, just stop by to lend Makina a book. A porn one. It's for that thing. What's that thing? Oh, pointing toward one item among Makina's pile of junk, an aquarium containing her crawfish. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We helped her get that, guys. She asked me if I knew any books with detailed instructions on raising crawfish, so I took a look around the store by the station. Crawfish just like running away like, I escaped! Your snake cannot contain me! Apparently that's a crawfish's voice, don't ask. Sorry about that. Oh, that's good, right? Here, this is it. The part about raising crawfish starts on page 38. The last 2 pages talk about getting them to turn blue. Yay! As soon as Makina accepts the book from me, she sits down on the spot with a thumb and starts to rifle through the pages. When I tried this experiment as a kid, there was a range of variation among the individuals, but most of them did turn some shade of blue. Yeah. By the way, guys, no giving out nuclear codes on YouTube, please. Like, this is a public chat, guys. By the way, Amane, I have a question of my own. Do you mind? Why, exactly, are you constantly half naked? I see. Oh, yeah, I guess I was late. I'll try to work on that. But, I mean, I think you do the kya thing and hide your chest before I got a chance to bring it up, usually. I'm on it. No more concerned with my glance than before. Walks briskly to her vanity and flips on a hairdryer. Holy crap, that is a lot of... Oh, I can relate. I can relate. That I cannot relate to, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess. Big tits are tough in their own way, I see. I have water. I mean, oh, Yuji. Yeah, if you're offering. Oh, thank God, someone pointed out she was in her... Yeah, you know, with Amane, that's like normal. Like, half the time we expect her to be naked, I guess. We're just gonna establish that as like, you know, yeah, that's normal. Just as much as Makina being in this room is normal, you know. Makina placed her book on the floor, opens Amana's refrigerator, then promptly sticks her head in and starts rooting around like she owns the place. It's basically as much her room as Amana's by this point. Just how long has Makina been hanging around this room? Oh, okay. Only when she's not gonna cry. I wonder who you're talking about, Makina. They say it's a rare thing to find a woman other than your mother who'll nag you. Take good care of her, alright? What are you gonna be drinking, Makina? Seriously. As she speaks, Makina hands me a can of orange juice. I mean, that's fair. Yo, I want orange juice now. Look, Makina, can we do something about this Oni-chan thing? Yay. Okay. Well, how can I put this? Feels a little awkward. Who has more pics on his laptop? Dragon with his pics of Nora, Meth with pics of Adult Network, Tom with his pics of Trap Blonde. I actually beat them all out because I have all those pics and then some. What? Hey, wallpapers don't come from anywhere, as does lewds. Wait, what? What do you mean? You don't like being called by your own name? What? Oh, and why's that? What? Well, we're off to a start. Wow. I see. Well, that's certainly a very feminine name. It's the idol all men worship, guys! Vagina! Yeah, whatever you say. Hey, I'm on it. Hey, she's dressed at least. Is this girl high? Just what are you putting in her food? Are you sure? So she says, but this is like talking to one of those guys who self-medicate the night before a major operation. I feel like I'm dealing with someone who sees things they shouldn't see and hears voices they shouldn't hear. Instinctively, I drop my hand onto Makina's head and vigorously ruffle her hair around. Oh, man. What? Blonde would kill someone. Your pupils don't look dilated. Oh, well. What? Wait, Makina's 5? Is that what you're saying? Guys, Makina's in high school, okay? She just looks really small. She might be 5, I don't know. Also, she talks like an old lady, so I don't know. She might be the oldest one here. She's actually 50, guys. She ages well.
違います。あなたが今想像したのは北欧神話の最高神です。
Odin versus Odin. Okay. That's actually, I like that.
オケをインターセプトされた。がっかりなのよさ。
I mean, your other pun was worse and funnier. Oh man. What is this game? The hell?
まあいいからいいから食べていきなさい。
Hey.
下手に断ってアマネーに恥かかせちゃダメなのよ。いいからおいで。
Machina seizes my hand and tries to forcibly drag me further inside. Well, alright, fine. There probably won't be anything I dislike in Odin stew anyway. I'll eat pretty much anything that's put in front of me, but I do have some foods I find a little difficult to deal with on a psychological level. Yeah. Offered a cushion with a cute girly design, I sit down a bit reluctantly. In an instant, Machina has plopped herself down on top of my knees. Look, you. What's deadlier, Yuji or Amana's cooking? I don't know. Why are you sitting on my lap? Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you sitting on my lap? I mean, like, I understand that you put the cushion out, but I thought that was meant for me to sit by myself. That's not what I'm saying, but that line's familiar. I didn't realize until now, but Machina seems to have a habit of imitating ominous speech. Oh, now that I think about it, that I don't know, you know? You know! Bad. No bad CG. What are you talking about, King? She's always tagged on to the end of her sentences for no particular reason. Seems like it might be a corruption of Amina's frequent, you know. And Machina's forcible tone and attitude towards men also remind me of a certain someone. They do say pets start to resemble their owners. Someday this girl might well become the sort of evil woman who walks around with her tits hanging halfway out, seducing struggling shopkeepers into giving away their livelihood. Damn it. Damn it, Amane. What a bad Sachi can't cook? Oh, you can see down his shirt? Oh, whatever. Can't have that. To tell the truth, from my current position, Machina's modest breasts are clearly visible. Well, apparently, we are addressing the elephant in the room. For those of certain tastes, these things might have a power to tempt exceeding that of Amana's oversized udders. AKA people who like flat-chested girls. Cough, cough. Hey, Amane? Curb your pet. Why does this girl jump onto men's laps without second thought? I'm leaning toward blaming you. I'm not saying I hate it, but if she starts casually hopping on top of a strange old man in town, I think we might run into some problems. Yes, that is very true. She's 50, guys. Machina is 50 years old. I blame the crawfish. Well, we've had a couple of chances to talk recently, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's right. She was there too when she bought me ice cream. I got arrested in front of her. Nothing particularly comes to mind. She's totally 18 today. Where's she? Oh. That a fact? So why is Machina gotten so attached to me? I don't remember taming her with food or teaching her dirty games behind mommy's back. I searched my memory, but nothing really stands out. Yeah, seriously, like, nothing stands out to me either. What kind of candy you want me to open now? Completely disinterested in my ruminations, Makina pushes her can of orange juice toward me and tilts her head to the side as she asks for help. Oh, the orange juice, that's right. Pretty standard pattern among women playing the Muay Thai who try to tickle the male heart with an appeal to their own helplessness. But Makina's fingers are stubby and thin. I wouldn't be surprised if opening a can really was a challenge. I don't know. I think she could open a can. Yep, here you go. Damn, that was a loud... It was like a... in my ear. Whoa. I opened the can of orange juice right next to my ears, apparently. All I have to say is, Amane, apparently you guys are both losing out in this battle of gaining my affections, because Michiru is still best girl. Wait, what? And if you tried to pull something like that, I'd probably punch you, right? That's true, like what do you expect for Amane to say to that? I don't know. So she doesn't let just anybody pamper her like this. I see. So she just sits on Amane's lap like, hey, can you open this can for me? Whether or not Makina's paying any attention to our conversation about her, she continues to flip through the book on my lap without comment. Oh yeah. I mean, like, that's understandable. Like, if bras are uncomfortable and you don't want to wear them, you shouldn't be forced to. Then there's Amane like, you think you're cramped? Girl! Did you see my chest? We all saw your chest, Amane, we know. Okay, carry on. Wrecked. Amane reaches her hands under Makina's armpits and forcefully drags her up off my knees. Sense of emptiness might be going a bit far. The sudden removal of that limp, warm creature from my lap leaves me feeling slightly lonely. It's like, oh no, I lost my pet kitty. Or dog. I don't forget if she's more of a dog or cat. I think she's like a cat. Amane treats her like an elementary school kid though. It's true. Cat, definitely. Sure that was on purpose? Just this in front of me? Are you doing this in front of me? Are you serious? Hey, how about having her put on her clothes by herself? Oh. Makina's a dog, Michiru's a cat, and Amane is a bitch and eat. Amane is a bitch and eat. Gowns? Yeah, those things are annoying. Ah, right. Rolling. Amane is like, see, I know all the techniques. But Amane just has big breasts, so it doesn't matter. Well, whatever. Like, you can't ask that question right next to Amane, Makina. Like, really? Yeah, they're shockingly big. What do you eat to get a pair like that? Oh, yeah, there you go, Yuji, being a nice older brother. Eh.
そりゃ単純にあんたの好きな食べ物でしょうが。
Okay, fair enough. So Makina likes bread and strawberries best, huh? Kind of childish taste, but I guess that fits with her personality.
基本的にあんまりご飯食べないのよこの子。でもなぜかパンと果物だけはよく食べるのよね。
This a little sexist? I think Amina is a little bit sexist. Makina or blonde is definitely flatter, guys.
パンは硬いパンがいいのよさ。
Hard bread? Hard bread. What's with that?
ほらフランスパンとかドイツの方の硬いパンあるでしょ。
Oh, that makes sense. I like hard breads
は
then.
普通さ、ふわふわでもちもちしたパンが好きなんだけど、なぜかこの子は重くて硬いパンが好きなのよね。
うん。
ふにゃふにゃしたパンなんざ歯の悪いグランマの食い物なのよさ。
Make fun of those old people. Ha! You have no teeth. Eat your soft breads. Anime is definitely giving me a sexist. I am not sexist.
パンはやっぱりどっしりとした
At
重
least I
み
hope
と
I'm
歯
not.
ごたえがないと美味しくないのよさ。
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, like a bread with texture. That makes sense.
まあ朝はあんまり食べたがらないんだけど、チーズとハムとレタスをライ麦パンに挟んだサンドイッチならもりもり食べるわよ。
Oh, ham and cheese. I see.
ねえアマネ、私もう本読んでいい？
No one. No. Not Gustav's baguette.
いいわよ。ちゃんと床に座って読みなさい。ユウジ君の膝の上でジュースこぼしたりしないように。
Oh yeah, that would suck. And then I'll be like, well, I have to escape. I mean, leave. Sorry, bye. Sorry, no dinner.
ふーい。
Yes! You don't have it easy, do you, Amane?
まあ手のかかる子だけど、そこが可愛いって思えばあまり苦にはならないし、変な子だなとは思うけど、これがあの子の素の状態なのよね。
Yeah, that's fair. I'm the sort who tend to suspect the girl's purposely acting younger than her age to take advantage of her childish looks. But in this case, I don't think I can disagree. That really is just how she is.
それにね、あの子自分で自分のことバカだって言うけど、そんなに頭が悪いわけじゃないのよ。
Oh, Amane is definitely... I thought I said anime. I'm sorry. I'm just, egocentrical. Oops.
むしろ私なんかよりずっと頭いいんだから。
Yeah, I can see that. Wait, what? Well, I suppose if we use you as a standard, the gap isn't quite that dramatic, but...
失礼な。というか、マキナを侮っちゃダメよ。証拠見せてあげようか？
What? Demonstration?
マキナ、ちょっとおいで。
Oh. What's your top 5 of these girls? I guess the 5 girls. That was an easy list.
なんなのよさ。あんたその本読み終わった？そうね、大体は。じゃあその本ちょっと貸してみ。問題出してあげる。
Oh, quiz.
いいけど。
Okay. Amanda takes the book from Makina and promptly hands it over to me.
ね、そんじゃ161ページ。動物の進化シリーズ、大型恐竜の時代、中生代ジュラ紀。
No one's, like, One-san-poi? Oh, who's number 1, who's number 2, etc. Alright. Okay, best girl, Michiru. Second best girl, Michiru. Third best girl, Michiru. Fourth best girl, Michiru. Fifth best girl, the rest of the 4.
約1億4600年前から2億年前、中生代第2の時代はジュラ紀と呼ばれ、恐竜の時代としてよく知られている。
Is she literally spouting the page?
三畳紀に出現した恐竜たちは数多くの種を生み出し、その繁栄は後の白亜紀まで続く。
Huh.
あれ？
これってザリガニの本じゃないの?
It's a general book about animals aimed at children. There's a lot of other stuff in there as well. I opened the book Amana handed me to page 161. Spread across both pages is a colored illustration of a plesiosaur with words in a bold white typeface printed all around it.
内容は合ってる?
She was indeed. Without even a single misplaced word.
じゃあ次は29ページ.
Number 5, the bitchy. I don't know. Amana's pretty good though. In fact, they're all pretty like enticing. I would still put Machina last. Like I've warmed up to her a little bit, but eh. In fact, actually, if I have to probably put a realistic top 5 from what I know of them now, it'd probably be Michiru first, then Amane, then Sachi, then Yumiko, and then Machina in that order. I actually find Amane's antics hilarious, especially when, but like Machina does like make a lot of these moments more interesting, but she's just like, man, she's just not my type. Like, I feel like Machina's the type of person I can have an interesting conversation with, and that's about it. Like an old man. Like, oh, I'm an old man having a conversation. Wrecked.
公文社の子供の学習シリーズ、働く自動車、神秘の世界宇宙、野鳥で見る環境科学、絶滅した愉快な動物。
Well.
日本の工場、コンタクトレンズができるまで、土と微生物の働き、有機栽培の野菜作り。
This is a very engaging content, guys. Come on, Michiru Vanitas. Michiru best girl.
じゃあ86ページは?
Yo, 86 best number confirmed.
猫より犬の方が賢いって本当? 犬の種類の多様性は他の種をはるかにしのぎ多岐にわたる。長年人間の手によって交配されてきた犬の歴史は狩猟用や刀剣用や愛玩用とさまざまなバリエーションを生み出し、今なおその種を増やし続けている。
Yeah, dogs evolve.
どう? 合ってるでしょ?
She's correct. All right.
どうよ、すごくない? この短時間でパラパラっと流し読みしただけで、あの本の内容丸々一冊全部覚えちゃったんだよ。天才じゃない?
She might just have a photographic memory though. Like that's actually not a fan of annoying airheads. I mean that's fair. Not a fan of girls that look like they're 5. 5, but actually 50 in real life. Machina. Yeah, it's pretty amazing to be sure.
あれ? あんまり驚いてないね.
You're just gonna say something stupid like, yeah, I memorized it too. Machina, I've got a question. Do you remember the photograph of a bird on page 144?
覚えてるのよ.
Oh. What color is it?
わかんない.
Oh. Oh. If I say blue, you'd sort of think blue, but if I say red, you get the feeling it might be red? Thought so.
何? どういうこと?
Oh, okay. Seems like Machina memorizes the pages in monochrome, loses the color information.
Huh?
Yeah. Easier to memorize it quickly that way, right? Yeah, I actually recognized the moment he asked about the color. I was like, wait, I heard about this. Meanwhile, I was like, I don't get it. To tell the truth, my sister had the exact same skill. Oh, well, there you go. I first noticed my big sister's speed reading when she was 7 years old. Ah, watching her flip through a stack of books from school library incredibly quickly couldn't suppress my curiosity. Can you really read them like that? My sister answered, I'm not reading them, but I'm memorizing the contents, in a perfectly casual tone of voice. Completely incredulous, I tested my sister on the spot. Exactly how Amanda did with Makina just now. I gave her a page number and asked her to read me back the contents. And of course she remembered every single word. According to her, it's much faster to memorize the books when they're in black and white. When dealing with books where color information wasn't important, she could even memorize 2 pages simultaneously using her left and right eye. I was totally dumbfounded at the time. That's a random meme. And, how's it going, Armando? Welcome, welcome. Where the lollies at? Dragon's Basin. Yeah. Duh. Watch out. 4 years later, by the time she was 11, my sister was managing rapid memorization of color books as well. And thanks to long hours of practice, her left and right eye could actually memorize separate books simultaneously. Hearing that went past the level of surprise, it was outright terrifying. Yeah, that's actually amazing. Basically, she's not reading the book, she's recording the pages as an image in the right side of her brain. When you ask her about the contents, she reproduces the image in her right brain and reads it by consciously interpreting the characters with her left brain. That sounds about right, Makina? Well, humanity's doomed, Ugandan. Ugandan lollies. I don't know the details myself, but it's basically looking at the page as a picture instead of lines of characters, and saving a mental snapshot. Yeah, like, it's like, it's not, like, there's some people that have, like, perfect photographic memory, and this is, like, the step below it. And it actually is doable. Ignoring the meaning, she processes it rapidly as light information, then draws out the meaning later on if she needs it. To put it more simply, it's sort of like she's downloading a compressed file to her hard drive, then extracting what she needs later, I guess. Yeah, exactly. What good is that? Even if you can record something in your mind, your memory as a whole can still be a disorganized mess. Apparently you can work on that by training your synapses. If you repeatedly memorize the same information, it stimulates your synapses and makes it harder to forget. My sister would record the same image 8 times over before she turned the page. Other than that, you can also memorize while moving your body in specific ways, which ties the image to your procedural memory and makes it more durable. The endgame spoiler, Makina is an android all along. She's actually Android 23, King. That's fine, not like there's any reason you have to turn into a genius like that. Who's they? Where did you hear that?
Oh.
Oh. 22 is I think I both of you. What happened to Android 22? What about 22? It's like, guys, it's in the sequel prequel. It's called The Fruit of Dragon Ball. Well, that's okay. I guess I'll be going back to my room. But as my words start to leave my mouth, Makina firmly grabs hold of my hand. Oh man, I thought you remember that I was gonna stay for dinner. I was like, damn. Didn't you finish already? Yep, they're definitely trying to keep me for dinner tonight. No, that's really not what I meant. That sounds like something Amina told you. Oh, That's the first I've heard of it.
それがなんと今日なのよさ。だから甘えさせてくれなきゃダメなのよ。
I see. Guess there's no helping it then. I want to be spoiled, so you better spoil me. What an unreasonable demand. If this was Amane, I think I would laugh in her face, call her an idiot, and finish things off with a poke to the forehead. But for some reason, when Makina gets all clingy, it's a bit difficult to fight back. Can't get myself to be too hard on her. Maybe it's because she looks and acts like a child. Soft on children. Well, that isn't a bad thing by any means. But I'm probably the type who dies first when the terrorists start strapping bombs to their kids. But now that I think about it, it's not like you're really that much younger than me, are you?
Huh?
She's like, what? Don't give me that puzzled face.
まあまあ、ほら、こっち来て座って。そして抱っこしてちょうだい。
Look, you. Just for the record, today's a one-time deal. Don't think I'll let you cling to me whenever you want. Got it?
はいはい。もうお兄ちゃんってば本当にツンデレなんだから。
I'm pretty sure I'm not the tsundere. Again with this. I never really given the matter any thought, but could it be that I really am a tsundere? I mean, can we define the term first? Isn't the tsundere a subspecies of woman that's usually prickly and harsh, but then goes all gooey and sweet for some reason? In that case, I don't get it. When exactly have I ever been in that saturating lovey-dovey mode? Well, come to think of it, in letting Makina occupy my knee like this, I have to admit my aura of masculinity seems to have faded a bit. I like he's like overreacting. Oh my god, am I a tsundere? This is funny. This is really funny. But this is merely an expression of my magnanimous spirit toward the young. It's not like I'm giving her lap access because I personally enjoy having her there or anything. Wait, that's literally a tsundere-ish line. I don't like her or anything. But what? Yeah. Basically anything without carotene in it is fine. Oh. What's that supposed to mean? What is it already? You're making me ill. If you have something to say, how about you say it? You're the one who told me to make friends with Makina, you know? She's a killer tsundere. Oh my god, did she fall asleep while I was monologuing to myself? Say what? Say what? Ha. Foo. At least the voice actress's version of Sound of Sleeping sounds more like actual sleeping compared to this ha foo and asterisk. Yes, that's how people sleep, right? Ellipses, asterisk. Ha, asterisk, ellipses. Asterisk. Foo, asterisk, ellipses. Ellipses. I thought she'd been unusually quiet for a few seconds there, but at some point, Makina's eyes have fallen shut. Still sitting on my lap, her head is jerking back and forth with her breathing. I'm sure she was awake just a minute ago. Is it? She's like an android that ran out of energy? Dun dun dun! Robot confirmed. Come to think of it, there was that time I found her in the rose garden, unconscious in the bushes. A frequent occurrence? Oh. Well, that's great. You know, then she has 10 hours to do stuff. Wait. Really, does remind you of a cat, doesn't she? Yup.
時々立ったまま寝ちゃうことがあって、そのまま倒れて頭を打ったりするから気をつけないといけないんだけど。
Look at this. Amana's like a proud older sister.
今日はユウジ君の膝の上で助かったわ。ユウジ君のこと相当気に入ってるみたいね。
I don't get it. Why get attached to someone like me?
そう？私にはなんとなくわかるような気もするな。
If we need is, first of all, not all the girls will do that. Second of all, only Amana does that. And third of all, she's already doing it, and we have to kick her out every once in a while. Come on. Hmm?
そう、例えばさ、ユウジ君はマキナのことを見て、かわいそうな子だなって思う？
No, can't say it does. More like, what a hopeless kid. Can't say I've ever felt pity for her.
でしょ？まずはそれが一番の理由じゃないかな。
Is there a number two reason?
そうね。ユウジ君本人はあんまり自覚がないかもしれないけど、ユウジ君ってマキナのこと嫌いじゃないでしょ
？Amana on Monday, Makina on Tuesday, Sakaki on Wednesday, Sachi on Thursday, and Michiru on Friday. I at least get my weekends to wash my sheets. That would explain the smell.
っていうか、ちょっと可愛いと思ってない？
I'm not sure about that one. Well, I definitely don't hate her. That said, I think I've thought of her as annoying more often than cute. Maybe you've got the wrong idea about me, Amane, but I tend to say what I think, even to kids. When Makina annoys me, I tell her straight out.
そうやってマキナが膝の上で寝ちゃってるのにどかそうともしない人の言うことじゃないよ、それ。
That's, well... Just don't have any real reason to wake her up at the moment, I guess.
でもまあ、そうだね。変に我慢して同情されるより、はっきりと言ってくれる人の方がわかりやすいのね、マキナには。
I don't treat her gingerly out of sympathy. When she does something truly stupid, I don't overlook it out of pity. And Makina actually prefers it that way. Is that what she's saying?
それでいて、結局はマキナに甘いしね。そりゃ懐くわよ。
Saturday and Sunday is a grab bag? Well, like, is that why we have board game nights? I'm sweet to her?
まあいいんじゃない？そういうらしくないところも含めてユウジくんなんだしさ。
Oh, yeah, it gives Yuji actual character, right? Since when were you such an expert on my character? She just drooled on my pants, didn't she?
お、マキナ起きた？
私また寝ちゃってた。
That's a really dopey looking face, Makina, not gonna lie. You look like someone punched you in the face and you just woke up from being unconscious.
まあ15分ぐらいかな。何か夢を見た？
覚えてない。
Yeah, that's fair.
そっか。じゃあはい、これ。
何？
What's this?
サバ缶だよ。ザリガニに餌をあげるんでしょ？
そっか。さあ、たくさん食べて、まるまると太るのよ。
I think that's not what you say. She's kind of tottering around. Is that a good idea?
いつものことだし平気よ。
これ味がしないのよさ。
Is she eating the mackerel? You sure about that? She seems to be eating from the can of crawfish food.
いつものことだし平気よ。
That's normal. Whatever. You know, kind of feels like you don't really give a damn.
それもいつものことよ。
Ha ha. My throat sticks shut halfway through my attempt at a laugh, and I'm sent into a coughing fit. Cough hack.
ちょっと大丈夫？
Amane grabs a half-finished can of orange juice Makina left lying on the table and hands it over to me. I gulp down the contents immediately. I'm fine. I'm as terrible at laughing as I am at smiling. Also par for the course. Yeah, hopefully. One day, maybe. Fix? Why is that necessary? In the first place, is a crappy smile really something you can fix? Well, you're the reason why she talks like that. Chin face? What? Uh-oh. Well. Oh snap, she's like an angry mom. Every once in a while, you'll find a person with a bad habit they're not even aware of until someone points it out to them. Watching this scene, I've had my suspicions more or less confirmed. Makina's strange quirks seem to be partially the result of contamination from Amane's less admirable habits. But as a humble and discreet gentleman, I'm frankly at a loss as to whether to disrupt the status quo by informing Amane of the log in her eye. My deeply ingrained pain-in-the-ass warning system is also kicking in. There's a good chance the messenger is going to get killed on this one, so my lips are remaining sealed for the moment. The human mind is a well-designed piece of machinery. It has ways to cope with the coexistence of such pros and cons, truths and fictions. When your mind finds itself facing a contradiction, your thoughts tend to fly off in completely unrelated directions. It's a self-defense mechanism, just like that burning need to clean that always pops up the night before the big test. Before I realize it, my attention has been drawn to the pleasant rattling sound of something boiling in the pan. The Odin broth's smooth, flavorful smell tickles my nose. I'm hungry. In the end, it would be another 30 minutes before I ate my dinner for that day. Yup, definitely from Amane. Including the weird accent. Mihama Academy Schoolyard. Oh yeah. I like how we're in 2011, guys. There's no gym teacher in this school, but that hasn't stopped some shameless individual from putting physical education on our schedule. A healthy spirit dwells in a healthy body. It's easier to laugh these words off as a relic of the baby boomer generation's Neanderthal obsession with building character through guts and willpower, but in fact, it seems there actually is a good amount of scientific data linking moderate physical exercise to positive psychotropic effects. Personally, having been brought up with the simplistic lesson that basic physical strength decides things in the end, I don't have any objection to moving my body. That said, Amane's pointlessly powerful voice resounds across the field. In response, there's a vaguely apathetic chorus of "yeah" from her classmates. An unenthusiastic "yeah" from the transparently disinterested Michiru. A dopey "yes" from Makina, unintentionally draining any shred of motivation from all who hear it. A vigorous "yeah" from Sachi, who's taking everything seriously as always, but her voice cracks shrilly at the clearly unfamiliar exercise. And finally, stony sounds from Sakaki, who's sulking like a prideful middle schooler forced to participate in a children's athletic meet. Ugh. The only one of the bunch with any real energy would be Amane, thrusting her fist toward the heavens from her position on the mound. As for me, without the beginning of a clue as to what's about to take place here, I'm staring absent-mindedly up at the sky. And how are you doing today, everybody? Hey, Amane.
Oh, nanjai ore.
This looks dumb already. Why are you so ridiculously fired up?
Huh? うちの子たちってなんでかみんなインドア派っていうか体を動かすのが嫌いな子が多くてね。 こうしてから元気でテンション上げていかないとなかなかやる気出さないのよ。
なんだ貴様ら、どいつもこいつも青秒炭みてえな顔しやがって。気合を入れろ。ジジイのピーの方がまだ気合が入っている。
Wow. She even censored herself.
この腐れピーども。
Wow, she censored herself too. Well, seems like we've got someone exploding with a weird sort of drill sergeant energy at least.
ちょっと待っててね。マキナ、ちょっとこっちおいで。
Amaya seizes Makina's head from above like a basketball and forcefully carries her off into the shadows.
マキナ、元気なのはいいけど、言葉遣い気をつけようねっていつも言ってるよね。わかりましたか？
Well, Makina's dead again.
だからラメって言っちゃダメだぞ。
Yep, Makina's dead. Confirmed. Amina's voice somehow managed to be both sickly sweet and ice cold. It's enough to send shivers down my spine. Makina's bitter, heart-rending screams don't help either. I think Amina is trying to maintain a relatively kind tone of voice, but she's actually more frightening as a result. It crosses my mind that this could very well be described as bullying. But considering the current climate of hypersensitivity towards such matters, I'll refrain from voicing any hasty conclusions.
どうでもいいけど、やるならさっさと始めましょうよ。時間なくなるわよ。
Well, at least Michiru is just like, reluctantly motivated. That's fine by me, but what exactly is it that we're doing?
いつものスポーツでしょ。バカバカしい。どうして私がこんなことに付き合わなければいけないのかしら。
Yeah, you look really pissed in that picture. You're like, ugh, why am I here? Sports? I was hoping for more specific details, but playing sports in gym class hardly seems ridiculous. More like completely commonplace.
それは私からご説明しましょう。
Before that, I've got an unrelated question, if that's alright.
はい、どうぞ。
Why are you wearing a maid uniform, right? Why are you the only one in a maid uniform? Yep, exactly.
はい。
Don't give me that totally nonplussed look. For a second, you almost convinced me that I'm the strange one here.
あ、この服ですか？よくご覧になれば一目瞭然かと存じますが、ご覧の通り、これは体操用のメイド服で。
Sorry, let's move on. Shouldn't have asked. My mistake. The strangest thing here wasn't her clothes. It was me expecting anything resembling common sense from a student at this school. Okay, so what exactly does sports involve here?
ですね。なんと言いますか、種目の名前はないんですよ。キックベースのような、サッカーのような、ソフトボールのような、ドッジボールのような。
I didn't hear her say anything about volleyball, but that might just be me.
それらすべての要素を加味した新ジャンルとでも言いますか。
It's Calvin Ball. It has to be Calvin Ball then. I love Calvin Ball. Man, I love Calvin Hobbs. They're good stuff. What kind of extreme sport is this? All I got out of your description is that there's probably a ball involved.
はい、使用するのはバレーのボールです。
Okay, we use a volleyball to play. Sachi hands me a large round ball she's been holding on to.
このボールをあそこのピッチャーマウンドから投げまして、バッターボックスに立った打者が手にしたバットでそれを打ちます。
Yeah, this is definitely like Calvin Ball. They hit a volleyball with a bat?
はい。打球が内野に転がったら、打者は一塁へ向かって走ります。守備側は打球をキャッチして走者に向かって思いっきりボールを投げつけます。それが走者に当たったらアウトです。3アウトでチェンジです。
What if someone catches a ball on the fly?
それもアウトです。その辺は野球に近いかもしれないですね。
Well, it's cancerable. King, that is very funny. I made uniform because the artist couldn't be bothered to draw me in a special outfit for this scene. Oh man, poor Sachi. Isn't it sad, Sachi? Now it reminds me, isn't it sad, Sachan memes. When and why did this strange game come into fashion?
別に流行ってるわけじゃないわよ。ただうちの学校って今まで学生が5人しかいなかったから何をやるにしても人数が足りなかったのよ。
それにソフトボールをやりたいとかドッジボールがいいとかいろいろと意見が分かれまして。
There was? So you end up just doing them all at once. Was this what you're doing, Sakaki?
そうやって何でもかんでも私のせいにしないでほしいわね。
She still looks really pissed in that picture.
もう確かに言い出したのは私だけれど。
Sick and tired of this bickering over sports I don't want to play. Let's do it all at once. Great idea! What? Then don't complain when I blame you.
いつまで経っても意見の一致が見られないから。だったら全部やればいいと言っただけよ。別に全てをいっぺんにやれと言った覚えはないわ。それよりもルールが理解できたのならさっさと始めてほしいのだけれど。
Artist Lolicon confirmed. What about Amane and Makina?
いるわよここに。
Oh.
引っこ抜けかと思ったのよさ。
Probably your head off your shoulders. What exactly?
首とか魂とか。
I figured. Amane?
何よ教育でしょ。この子ってば注意してあげないとどんどん汚い言葉を覚えてバンバン使いたがるんだから。
Almost dropped my water there. Whoops. I wonder who she gets that from. Are you her mother or what? And so after 15 minutes of wasted time, with Amane's second shout of "Alright, let's do this!" our bewildering match of mystery extreme sports begins. Through the impartial results of rock, paper, scissors matches, the teams are divided as follows. Bear Team. Pitcher Suo Amane, catcher Sakaki Yumiko, fielder Yusu Makina. Rabbit Team. Pitcher Kazami Yuji, catcher Komine Sachi, fielder Matsushima Michiru. Oh man. Our Rabbit Team ends up being first to bat. The leadoff batter does dons a softball helmet, grabs a colorful metal bat, and takes her place in the batter's box. Yeah, that's not happening, Phineas.
よーしかかってきなさい。
With a grating, high-pitched shout, Michiru thrusts her bat out to the point at the pitcher's mound, and where Amane is settling into her stance with the volleyball in hand. What's this? Considering how apathetic she was, Michiru's gotten surprisingly into it now that the game started.
ええ、みちる様は何と言いますか。とりあえず何でも嫌ってみて、何にでも面倒くさがってみるところから始める人なんですけど。いざ始まってしまえば一番ムキになる方ですから。
She's one of those types. Alright, makes sense. I see. But I'm willing to bet she's also the first one to get bored.
ご明察です。
Thank you, Sachi. Unaware of the critical analysis she's receiving from her teammates, Michiru takes a few vigorous practice swings and glares up at Amane.
前回の借り今日こそ返してあげるわ。
She's got struck out, isn't she?
なんだっけおめえ挽回ちょっと言い間違えただけでしょ。人の小さなミスをそうやっていつまでもネチネチともう。
Yeah, it looks like Yumiko's just like, you know what? I don't freaking care, guys. Watching Michiru stamp her feet in frustration in the batter's box, I whisper to Sachi, who's sitting next to me on the bench. So, what happened last time?
はい、前回の授業でみちる様はあまねさんから一点も取ることができなかったんです。それでまあ試合終了後に大きな声で「このおめえはいつか挽回するから覚えていなさい」と。
I'll regain the disgrace. Disgrace tends to be something you want to repay, not regain. I guess the words are kind of similar. Michiru must have gotten all excited and shouted out a garbled sentence before she even knew what she was saying. Just a thought here. Might Michiru be something of an idiot?
私の口からは何とも申し上げにくいです。
I'm on Michiru's side though.
そこ聞こえてるわよ。ごちゃごちゃうるさい。
No, she hears us making fun of her. Oops. Yeah, sorry, didn't intend to distract you. We'll keep quiet, so please regain as much disgrace as you like.
だからおめえは返上するもので挽回するものじゃないのよ。
As Michiru screeches like a drugged monkey and brandishes her bat overhead, Amana's first pitch sails over the plate.
ストライク。
Wrecked.
こらずるいわよ。なんもずるないわ。試合はもう始まってんねん。
Michiru's got to strike out. It's gonna be hilarious.
屈辱だ。
Receiving the return throw from Sakaki, Amana carefully finds her foothold on the pitcher's mound and a fearless smile on her face.
ほら第2球行くわよ。来い。
With that intense shout, Michiru takes firm hold of her bat and fixedly watches out his pitching motion. Looking closely, Michiru's got the position of her hands on the bat reverse. If I mention that now, I get the feeling her only response would be another shut it. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that's actually very wrong. Guess I'll just watch her over a gallant battle with silent respect. I'm gonna twist her long limbs into a sidearm motion. The volleyball soars toward the squatting Sakaki's hands at an ideal velocity and angle. Yo, King, it's okay to be smug. With an explosion of energy, Michiru swings her bat at full force, but tragically she cuts through empty air at a good 10 centimeters above the top of the ball, her blonde twin tails swinging her aimlessly behind leg. 2 strike. Probably because you're not looking at the ball and you look at your pitcher. She slams her bat on home plate in a towering rage.
あと1球よ、みちるちゃん。
The smug versus the angry versus the what the hell am I even here for?
ちゃんって言うな。子供扱いしないでよ。次こそは打つ。この日のために編み出した伝説の打法が。
Hey Michiru.
何よ。
So what? You got your hands wrong. You're batting right, so your right hand should be on top. You got it backwards.
知ってるわよ。わざとよ。どう持つのよ。
I knew that. I'm doing numbered. How do I hold it? You're obviously clueless. Hold it with your right fist higher on the bat, your left fist below.
そういうことはもっと早く言いなさいよ。なんなのよもう。
I'm gonna say, uh-oh.
ねえ、続けていいの？いいわよ。いつでも来なさいよ。もう少し待ちなさいよ。
I'm ready for you anytime, but hold on a second.
どっちなの？来い。
As Michiru bears her fighting spirit, Amana's face briefly suggests a dubious, "Are you sure about that?" But she's not the type to think too hard about this sort of thing. Her expression soon gives way to a smirking grin.
んじゃあ全力でいくよ。
Forcefully swinging the ball up in her right hand, Amana takes a step forward on the mound, throwing the movement of her entire body into the pitch. The ball flies out of Amana's hands, whistling through the air directly at its target, which is Michiru.
みちる様、危ない。想定通りよ。
Michiru, anticipating the beanball, pulls back half a step with her pivot leg and swings her bat in a wide arc.
くらえ。伝説のピッチャー返し。
Hey, how's it going, Neko Kirito? Michiru's vigorous stroke of the bat catches the ball beautifully in the sweet spot, sending it flying backward toward Amana on the mound.
あれは伝説のピッチャー返しです。
Wait, what? Well, that's what she screamed, so I would assume so. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Exactly where and how this thing became a legend is a question for another day. The ball rushes straight back toward Amane, who's still in an awkward position from releasing her pitch. That thing's going to hit her. Or so I thought for a split second. Amane nimbly recovers and takes a firm stance as the ball approaches her. What? Turning to the side, she swings back with her left elbow and unleashes a firm right-handed fist stab in model karate form. With a resounding thud, the ball is sent flying back toward where Michiru stands in the batter's box. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is Calvin Ball at this point, guys. Michiru fires it right back. Okay. Right off the bat, and we already find ourselves in a deadlock. Or rather, what the hell is with this development? I'm sort of reminded of those martial arts matches where both fighters run into the center of the ring at the first gong, stop dead, and just start bashing away at each other, but... where do things go from here? Are they planning to repeat picture paybacks until they just run out of steam? I can't read the next move. A strange game. There's no apparent path to victory for either side. You said that wrong. Hey, Sachi?
Hi. Nandeshou?
What exactly is a pitcher pack?
おそらくですけど、マキちゃんは舌が短いので、ピッチャー返しと言おうとしてセリフを噛んだだけかと。Michiru Amane. Oh no! It's not Gaishi anymore. Or is it Gaishi? No. I see. This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, guys. In Calvin Ball fashion, apparently. Sparks continue to fly as the battle to the death between Mound and Batter's Box continues along its repetitive course, but I mean... what exactly are they getting all worked up for? It's too damn hot for this. I suppose women have their own battles that must be fought to the bitter end. This is clearly a contest between two truly indomitable spirits. By the way, Sachi. Hi, nandeshou?
Just how long is this feudal exchange going to continue?
さあ、おそらくはどちらかが諦めるか飽きるかするまでだと思いますけど。
Yada yada does it. Truly a thrilling, edge of your seat battle of the wills. Mind if I use this opportunity to go buy a drink?
あ、私が買ってきましょうか?
No, think I'll get it myself this time. Remember where Sachi skewers me with a searching glare.
まさか、榊さんみたいにジュースを買いに行くって言って、そのまま帰ってこないつもりじゃないですよね。ダメですよ。
Well. The thought, damn, she saw through me runs through my head. Make eye contact with Sakaki, who's still crouched behind the plate. So there was a previous offender, eh? Well, can't argue with that. So we resign ourselves to watch over their battle to the end, with the calm gazes of the elderly watching their overly energetic grandchildren skip rope with all their might. But just as I'm beginning to think that this fiery clash of pride between Michiru and Amane might truly never end, the conclusion arrives in an unexpected form. Hey, Sachi? What does that God just now signify?
さあ、おそらくですけれど、天音さんが足を滑らせて足首をくじいた音ではないでしょうか。
I like how he said it so calmly. I see. Wait, should that be my reaction here? So, isn't that kind of bad?
やばいですか?
Sachi stares blankly back at me for a moment. After a beat, her eyes widen and her mouth springs open.
いえ、やばいですよ!
As we hurriedly jump off the bench, Makina is already rushing up to Amane, who's currently writhing on the mound. And now we're killing her off. Let Sachi grab a drink stand, make a run for it. I know, right? It's not like she like cracked her like knees, her ankle open or something. Although it might look like a slapstick comedy scene if you squint, the atmosphere is actually pretty tense until a burst of out-of-place laughter breaks in. Michiru's like, I won! Michiru points toward the mountain with her right hand, her left hand resting on her hip. Her proud face, the image of woman triumphant. Can we talk about the fact that the box literally moves with her talking? Even when she's like, ugh, it just kind of like gives up. Should you really be striking a victory pose right now? You're completely burned out yourself. Faint voice abruptly failing her altogether. Michiru's body begins to shake violently. She collapses to her knees on the spot with a thump. Oh my god, oh my god too! Oh my god! And we killed her off as well. No, they're all dead! Everyone's dead! Oh no! Everyone's puke! Michiru scatters sparkling vomit onto the ground with a sickening gurgle. Would this be so-called? Would this be the so-called double KO? Son of a bitch! So Sachi, in this case, we declare the one who stands up inside the 10 count the winner. I think everyone's literally in need of actual help. Roger. Oh man. You did. The camera's out of focus. Sunda Beach! Sunda Beach? Sunda Beach. Probably shouldn't try to stand. The bone's broken, the pressure might make it break the skin. I mean, it's true. Look, just stay put. Let me see your foot. Amane, supported by her hand, slowly shifts to a sitting position on the mount. I take her right leg in my hand and lift it up to take a look. It's not any worse than I expected. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be a fracture, but there's red swelling beginning around the joint. Doesn't seem to be broken, but a sprain? Well, if we're unlucky, it might be a partial fracture. Either way, it's an infirmary for you. Can you stand? Nope. Don't put your weight on your right foot. Just get yourself onto my back. Don't give me that. It's not so bad right now because you're pumped full of adrenaline from the shock. If you overdo it, you'll be crying later. Hurry up and get on. Best rail, best. I'm not going to play along with your jokes right now. You're hurt. Stop wasting time and do what I tell you. There's a creepily happy Amane on my shoulders now. Amane softly leans her body against my back and grabs the shoulders of my gym uniform somewhat hesitantly. You need a better grip than that. Wrap your arms around it. Get a hold of my neck. As instructed, Amane wraps her arms around my neck, pushing her breast firmly against my back. Normally, I'd be throwing out a joke or two at this point, but this isn't the time. Sachi, I'm taking her to the infirmary. How's Michiru? Ah. Michiru lies flat on the ground, limp as a beach tuna. Sachi's holding a portable can of oxygen to her mouth as we speak. I'm leaving command of the field to you. Adjust your tactics as the situation demands. Can you handle a class representative? For some reason, maybe instinctively reacting to my tone, Sachi raised her hand in salute toward me. Alright, here we go, Amane. Not a problem. This isn't something you need to apologize for. I thought about that response, but ultimately decided against it. The wounded tend to grow timid toward those around them. Better to avoid wording that might make her think of herself as baggage burdening others. Don't want to increase her anxiety. I keep up a flow of communication, standard procedure to ensure that the wounded doesn't faint out of pain. Where's the infirmary? Where's the infirmary? Amane, do you know?
その先を右。突き当たりまで行ったら左に行くと保健室があるよ。
We'll be there soon. Try to endure it for the moment.
大げさだな。たかが捻挫だよ。
No, it could be a partial fracture still. Don't make light of leg injuries. Soldiers get abandoned when they can't walk.
へえって。いや、まあ、そっか。そうだよね。怪我した子から死んでいくんだよね。
That's true. Don't worry. Japan won't desert you, and I won't leave you to die either.
ごめんね。私、重いでしょ。
Not particularly. 5 bags of rice or so at most.
ちょっと、なんで私の体重知ってるのよ。
I'm used to carrying around heavy luggage on my back. I can estimate weight from the feeling on my shoulders.
あのさ、おぶってもらっておいてこんなこと言うのもあれなんだけど、この場合ね、普通は全然重くないよとかさ、なんかこう女の子に対して気を使ったりするもんなんじゃないのかな。
You're just like, I'm not that kind of person. You're lighter than I expected. Probably only looked heavy from your height and that oversized chest. You got long legs too. That must have thrown me off.
足が長いって褒めてくれてるのは嬉しいけど、なんか複雑。ちなみに私の体重ってどれぐらいだと予想してた？
Cocaine is made by evil people. Yeah, that could be true. My impression was that you'd be comfortably above 60 kilos.
そういうことを言わないの。
As she speaks, Amane sharply tightens her arms into a chokehold around my neck. Look, stop thrashing around. You'll be the one crying if I drop you. I come to a brief halt on the spot and lift Amane's body, which has been sliding down my back, up more firmly around my shoulders.
そっか、今ならユウジ君、両手が塞がってるよね。
What are you planning, woman? The next moment, Amane gently closes her eyes, still clinging tightly to my neck. She brings her lips close. God damn it, she is sucking my neck, guys. Hey! Taking immediate evasive action in response to her suspicious movements. Amane's lips nonetheless press against my cheek.
避けられちゃったか。
What the hell is wrong with this woman? Got half a mind to drop her on the hallway floor, but we are dealing with an injured party here. I turn my head to the side to stare into Amane's face, finding her blushing in apparent embarrassment. I thought I met her for the first time at the school, but maybe?
何よ、人の顔じっと見て。
It's nothing. No matter how long or how carefully I study Amane's features, nothing comes to mind. I was entertaining the possibility she might have been some childhood friend I parted from in tears or what have you. But I'm pretty well convinced that isn't the case. Which would leave. Do I look like the lover you were tragically separated from in your previous incarnation? Is that it?
何 それ。人を電波扱いしないでよ。っていうか、この学園でそういうこと言わないの。シャレにならないから。
Yes, King. Yuji always has constant resting bitch face. Pounding her lips, Amane knocks a fist against my head with a solid thunk. What are you, anyway?
Suo Amane.
Yes, my short-term memory is perfectly fine, thanks. Every time Amane speaks, her soft breaths strike my ear. Is it just my imagination, or has her body temperature slowly been rising while I've had her on my back? If she suffered a partial fracture on that ankle, it might be that her body's beginning to generate a fever. Better get a move on. Again, lifting Amane further up on my back, I hurried to the infirmary. Doc, emergency case, get a move on. Still carrying Amane, I push my way forcefully into the room and shout for attention, but there's no one here whatsoever, much less the doctor. Why isn't anyone here? Everyone take a break at once? Infirmary. There's no doctor? You mean they haven't hired anyone at all to staff this room? For the time being, I lower Amane onto a nearby bed.
保健の先生が来るって話は前からあるんだけど、なかなかいい人が見つからないみたいでね。薬とかは業者の人が来てたまに入れ替えてるみたいなんだけど。
Well, fine, I'll take care of the treatment.
できるの?
I learned first aid at my previous school. Can handle something like this at least. Yeah, I see the redness in the ankle. I kneel in front of Amane's leg, untie and remove her athletic shoes, then take her red swollen right ankle in my hand. I'm going to move it. Tell me if it hurts. It's going to hurt. Joe Swanson. Her ankle's slender, but compared to her uninjured left foot, it's clearly inflamed pretty badly. I bend Amane's ankle to various angles, carefully searching for the location of her injury. It's not fractured after all, but I think the ligament might have been stretched, or the joint capsule ruptured. Taking a roll of medical tape from the infirmary's first aid kit, I loosely wrap it around Amane's ankle, restricting the range the joint can move. Then retrieve ice from the freezer, stuff it into a bag, and press it over the injury through a towel, relieving the heat of the inflammation. Hey, sprained ankles are a thing of life, Amane. Well, just a bit. I'm accustomed to treating sprains and burns at least. When I was a kid, I was getting hit pretty much every day. I still get my fair share of injuries even now. Spare me. How exactly am I a nice guy? I just treat an injury. Anybody would do that much. Crap. To be honest, Amane's words are pretty close to the bullseye. When human beings find kindness, they naturally take advantage of it. Before they realize it, they've grown dependent on that kindness. They lose their ability to function without it. If I disappeared, what would you do with yourself? My master spoke those words to me when I was still a child. Yeah, her expectations of people are like more realistic than my treatment of them in this game. Alright then, I'll be going! I raise my right hand in farewell. I'm gonna grasp my clothes firmly to prevent my retreat. Oh no. I'm so weak right now. Yeah, she's not. Am I the only one who thinks she should be slightly more nervous about being alone with a teenage male in this room? Which has a bed, when her leg is injured to the point that she can't walk? What do you want from me? If you have something to say, then spit it out already. Okay, that was straight to the point. What? Why are you saying this? Oh. I think she literally is doing the, oh, I'm so weak right now. Since when?
初めて会った時からずっと一目惚れってやつかな。
You've been deprived of males too long, huh, money?
なんか冷たい反応。私の言ってることを信じてないでしょ。
Yeah, so I meant it as a joke, but she's literally doing this. Now let me ask, what part of me did you fall in love with?
そうね。なんかダメ男っぽいところ。
Wow.
私さ、こいつ私がいなかったらどうやって生きていくんだろうみたいな、そういう男に弱いみたい。
Well, I see. Can't say I have a problem with the reliable woman myself.
あ、マジで？それって好都合じゃない？どうする？じゃあ付き合っちゃおうか。
What does this girl think she's grinning about? Momentarily speechless with bemusement, held my right palm to my forehead and run it up through my hair. Look, is teasing me that much fun?
そういう言われ方は心外なんだけど。じゃあさ、彼氏がダメならお姉ちゃんになってあげる。
What?
優しくて綺麗なお姉さん欲しくない？
I regret to inform you that we're not hiring big sisters at the present time.
いつ募集するの？
We anticipate no vacancies until doomsday.
なんだよそれ。
That's my line, idiot. Shooting my grip on the ice pack, I give Amina a slap on the ankle.
もう女の子いじめて楽しい
？You asked for that one. I'm gonna know. Poke Noble poster, really? Let's see. If you make it a yes/no question, then yes. I think I'd be safely on the enjoys bullying girls side.
サディストか。でも大丈夫。私ってこう見えてもド M だから。
That. Just what do you want from me exactly?
ねえ、どうしてもダメなの？なんか女としての自信なくすな。
I'm not trying to reject you, but don't you think you're rushing things here?
時期尚早という言葉を使う人はきっと10年経っても同じことを言うよね。
Damn, she knows. We're not talking about politics here.
だから彼女は諦めてお姉ちゃんになるって言ってるじゃないね。
Starting off by asking for the sky, then dragging out concessions as a compromise is the negotiations? You really do think you're a politician?
そろそろ私も傷つくぞ。
Aha. I drop my shoulders in an exaggerated gesture and heave a heavy sigh. I'm sure this girl intends to continue this aggressive pursuit until I tell her what she wants to hear. It would be a serious pain in the ass if she tried to push me any harder than this. As a point of compromise, this is probably right at the limit of my tolerance. Yeah, I got it. If you want to play the big sister that badly, I'll go along with it. If there was a mirror in front of me as I speak these words, I'd be staring into the face of a man with the word reluctant stamped on his forehead. Might this have been a hasty decision? Indifferent to my shame and regret, Amana beams happily and drops her hand on top of my head with a gentle thump in grand big sister style.
ならばよろしい。これからはお姉ちゃんって呼ぶんだぞ。
Don't think this means you can pet my head whenever you feel like it. Although I don't go so far as to push Amana's hand away, I can't say this is an especially pleasant feeling. Dutiful and clever dogs, as a rule, don't wag their tails when someone other than their master pats their head. Ah. Interesting. I prefer eating my meals alone. You know, I don't. I like eating. I just prefer to eat. I prefer eating my meals. It's just easier that way. For one thing, I don't have to go through the hassle pretending to enjoy what I'm eating. In the first place, there's no cafeteria or lunch counter in the school. The facilities themselves apparently exist, but after all, you can count the number of students and permanent staff here on the fingers of your hand. Spending the money to run a lunchroom for the benefit of that small a number of people will be completely inefficient any way you look at it. So then, you might ask, how does the lunch work at this place? It's a pretty simple system. When we arrive at the classroom in the morning, we can write our names in a notebook on the podium. Every lunch period, a supplier delivers food to everyone who's signed up. Box lunch catering, as they call it. Of course, it's completely up to every individual student whether we take advantage of the catering. Because the menu is basically left up to the supplier, it's possible to sign up only when they're offering something you want. Personally, I haven't asked for delivery even once. It's not that I'm worried about saving money, but that I can't trust food made by others. I don't have any religious principles against eating meat either. I'm just not interested enough in what I eat to bother. They say it's a common result of being raised in a food-poor environment, and considering the time I spent living together with my master and a crappy cooking, I guess it's only natural. Full stomach and adequate nutrition is really all I need. Incidentally, the lunch I prepared for myself today is 3 plain salt rice balls. The side dish was also a quick job. After frying onions and garlic, I threw them together to cook with some canned tomatoes and kidney beans, adding a pack of chili powder for seasoning. Wincess is not. And from that day on, Yuji got over 100 head pats in a month. As my master used to say, humans ain't that fragile. You won't starve as long as you've got beans to eat. But I guess going with nothing but the basics is a bit too bleak for me. No point in living like a monk. So I've also brought an apple for dessert. Kind of feels like I'm eating nothing but red stuff. But there's no point worrying about a meal's appearance. This is perfectly adequate for my needs.
Oi! Yuji!
Damn. So now she's dropped the honorific.
Nani?
Don't just call me Yuji, woman.
だって私お姉ちゃんになったんだし、弟にくんづけって変じゃない？
I don't remember giving you permission to not use one.
禁止された覚えもないけど。
Okay, it's now forbidden.
もうなんて横暴なのかしら。なら私も交換条件出すわよ。
Uh-oh. What do you want?
私のことお姉ちゃんって呼んだら呼び捨てにするのやめてあげる。どうする？ゆうちゃん。
Spare me, not even my parents ever called me that.
いいからほれ呼んでみ、お姉ちゃんって。
Ridiculous.
なんだよその態度。だったら私も呼び捨てやめないぞ。
Do whatever you want.
そうするよ、ユージ。
Damn it, she wins. And you need something?
いや、なんか地味に一人でご飯食べてるからさ。ね、一緒に食べない？
No, I'll pass. Take your volunteer work to Makina, why don't you?
もちろんマキナも一緒だよ。マキナ。
She's gonna like some.
お、呼んだか？
Yep, right away.
呼んだけどさ、その言葉遣いはどうだろう。
Yo.
お兄ちゃんもお弁当何食べてるのよさ。
We're slowly. I got it. Amina's true goal is to turn all of us into her family. Sachi's the mother. Sakaki's the father. Oh, it'd be really funny if that was true.
聞いちゃいねえし。
おにぎりとリンゴとこの赤いのは何？
Baked beans.
なんか美味しそうね。それ。
What? Want to try some?
もうそうやって何でも人が食べてるものを欲しがらないの。まるで普段うちで何も食べさせてないみたいじゃないの。
Amane is actually Makina's mother confirmed? Apparently?
おみあまねパンちょうだい。これ絶対パンと合う。
Because she loves bread. Okay, got it.
聞きなさいよ人の話。おじゃないわよ。っていうかあんたもマキナに何食べさせたのよ。
Hey, it's nutritious. Like I said, beans. She just had a mouthful. Hardly a big deal.
豆ってうわ何そ その40代の独身サラリーマンみたいに質素なお弁当。
Hey, don't make fun of beans. Beans are really good, okay, Amane? You don't understand. Beans are delicious and nutritious, and I eat them too sometimes. Leave me alone. Beans are nutritious. There's no problem.
結構美味しいのよ。
Now she's gonna want some.
どれどれ？
Yep. Hey, you, don't just start eating my food.
確かに美味しいけど、これって缶詰だよね。
I mean, like, you're not gonna grow fresh kidney beans, right? Well, the beans and tomatoes, yeah.
私缶詰も大好きなのよさ。
Is she eating like you? Oh, well, look, stop eating it already. This is all I've got.
缶詰といえば昔から不思議に思ってることがあるのよさ。みかんの缶詰ってどうやってあんなに綺麗に皮を剥いてるの？
They don't. They melt the skin off with acid and alkali.
マジで？なんか体に悪そう。
Don't worry, the chemicals are neutralized, and they wash the fruit with water after. It's perfectly safe.
だったら安心なのよさ。
Something tells me Makina ate like all of Yuji's lunch. He's gonna be like, now I'm forced to eat whatever Amane made. How convenient! Hey, you. That girl's already halfway through my lunch.
ごめん。お詫びにさ、私たちのお弁当を分けてあげるから。ね。
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not desperate enough to start stealing other people's food.
まあまあ、いっぱいあるんだから遠慮しないでいいのよ。ほら、じゃーんと。
Wow, even played the little like trumpet sound effect. With that exclamation, Amanda brings out a huge wrapped lunch. Looks like she's actually got a number of boxes stacked on top of each other.
ほら見てごらんなさい。これが食の彩りというものよ。
Opening the lid, she reveals a box packed with a rich variety of vividly colored side dishes, practically indistinguishable from a delivery lunch from some well-established restaurant. I see. No wonder the neighborhood calls this place the Money Sink Academy. Pretty luxurious for a school lunch.
これ学校の仕出し弁当じゃないわよ。私の自作。
Seriously?
言ってなかったっけ？私の実家ってね、神田で京料理の料亭やってんだよ。
And if she had helped out in that, entirely possible she can cook that way too. Kyoto food in a district of Tokyo?
うちとこのお母さんは京都の老舗料亭の娘やし、お父さんは神田の料理人なんよ。
Not fooling anyone, Amane. No kidding. So that's where Amane's infrequent lapses into that weird Kansai accent come from. And come to think of it, the short-tempered, vaguely masculine side of her personality makes a lot more sense knowing that her father's from a blue-collar neighborhood like Honda.
あまねってばすっごいお料理上手なのよ。お肉が嫌いだからあんましお肉料理は作ってくれないけど、でもとっても美味しいのよさ。
But is there beans? You don't eat meat, Amane? Now that she mentioned it, I don't see much in the way of meat dishes inside this box. Bit of a surprise. I had you down as a carnivore for sure.
いやー、別にお肉を食べないわけじゃないし、料理もするけど、ほらね、お肉ばっかり食べてこれ以上大きくなってもあれかなってさ。
This explains why Makina will never grow ever. What? Your breast getting too heavy?
身長よ。
Oh. Ah, well, I guess you can't exactly shed inches the way you can pounds. Of course, cutting back on meat now isn't going to make Amina any less imposingly tall. That said, she keeps a careful eye on her diet. It might help maintain the status quo. Bit of a reactionary approach, considering she's already pretty damn tall, but I guess that's just your typical passive Japanese mindset at work. As JB once told me, there aren't many Japanese who go to the dentist before their teeth start to hurt.
やっぱり男の子はお肉がいいよね。今度はまた作ってくるから、今日はこれで我慢してよ。
Hey, how's it going, Shade? Oh, In the hospital? Hope you're feeling well. Not a huge fan of meat myself. More importantly, I'll take care of my own food expenses. You don't have to worry about my tastes.
毎日マキナの分も用意してるし、今さら一人分ぐらい増えてもどうってことないから遠慮しないでいいんだよ。
You know, I see a lot of people that say that, especially in anime. They're like, oh yeah, making 2 or 3 is the same. I go, bruh, making 1 is hard. Making my lunch for myself is annoying. I don't know. Actually, if I was cooking lunch for like 3 or 4 people, I feel like it's totally worth it though. So I can see that mentality. Why are you so determined to stick your nose into my eating habits?
だって弟だし。
What?
だってお兄ちゃんだし。
What? I don't get it. In other words, they just want to play house? Or maybe somebody, say the principal, ordered them to become friends with Kazumi-kun for some reason. Either way, I prefer to maintain some distance. Can't be as casual about this as a normal student might be. I have too many things I like to keep to myself.
だいたいさ、その若さでお昼がおにぎりと豆だけってひもじくないの？
I'm used to simple food.
そう、それ。その、いじめられるのには慣れているみたいなのもなんか悲しいじゃん。今までどんな食事をしてきたのよ。
Oh. Well, I don't know. Nothing special. When I was a young kid, I may not have gotten much in the way of luxury, but I ate normal meals. My current emphasis on low-effort, nutritious food is a product of the way they did things at my previous school. Pardon my French, but at that place the principle was eat fast, shit fast. In the morning we were kicked out of bed at 6 a.m. sharp for roll call, exercise, and running. And once all that was done, everyone made double time to the mess hall for breakfast. The way the schedule worked out, we never had more than a few minutes to eat that meal. Anyone who took their time would get a dressing down from one of the seniors, so everybody stuffed whatever food they could grab into their mouths and forced it down their throats as fast as possible. Lunch was slightly different, in that the sheer amount of food they gave us became a challenge. The piles of meat and vegetables would have been hard enough to handle alone, but they throw in a heaping bowl of rice as well. We're expected to cram all that into our stomachs in about 10 minutes, washing it down with miso soup. Naturally, we weren't allowed to leave a scrap of food on our plates. Vomit it up and they tell you to push it all back down again. In other words, the taste was not exactly the first thing on our minds. I never enjoyed eating that much in the first place, so once my meals became outright painful, approaching food in a purely business-like fashion felt like the natural response. Nothing but rice and beans for lunch might seem sad to Amane, but I'm not fighting my friends for a can of food. I've even got fruit as a dessert. By my standards, this is a high-class, elegant meal. Okay.
だいたいさ、その食べなきゃいけないから食べるみたいな顔、なんとかならないの？
I mean, it is true. My face is putting you off your food. I suggest you don't look at it.
もう、可愛くないな。綺麗なお姉さんがお弁当を作ってあげるって言ってるんだから、素直にありがとうって言っておきなさいよ。何よ。
Nothing. Yeah, you're right about this one. Sorry.
何？急に素直になったな。気持ち悪い。
Well, can't hurt to play along once in a while. To tell the truth, I had a similar discussion in the past with another pushy woman. Ended up turning into an outright fight. A certain busybody German had this habit of coming to the mountain cabin where I lived with my master, mainly to subject us both to shrill nagging sessions. She'd barge in, clean up without even asking permission, make food nobody asked for, then leave just as quickly. I think the woman must have gotten some sick pleasure out of it. One day in particular, I got pretty indignant when she put away some book I was in the middle of reading. I ended up firing off the line, "You're not my damn mom," with predictably unpleasant results. Well, it wasn't exactly the first time we'd fought. It's true that I found her constant meddling annoying. So I honestly told her as much. Serious mistake. The woman in question, already a full-grown adult, spat supremely childish words, "Fine, see if I care." And then, of all things, she broke down in tears, leaving me in a complete bewildered panic. Since that disastrous experience, I've learned a lot about how to handle women. The first lesson, knowing when to back down is crucial. Don't resist a woman's kindness. When a woman gets worked up, words won't get through to her. And the most troublesome lesson of all, women of the busybody type, remember the smallest grudges through all eternity. I'm happy you're willing to make lunch for me, but don't feel like you have to do it every day. I appreciate it when you have the time.
ご 別に私親切の押し売りをするつもりとかじゃなくて、そのなんていうか。
Yeah, Phineas, I can see that woman being JB. I'm pretty sure this woman is JB. I know your intentions were good, Amane. I don't have a reason to refuse that would satisfy her. Not one I can bring up here, at least. Anyway, I'm not looking to make the atmosphere in the classroom awkward over something like this. As for Amane, I don't know how she interpreted my sudden change of tune, but she sounds downright contrite about her aggressiveness. We're both being mature about things all of a sudden. Guess the two of us are still capable of being reasonable with each other. Seems like a good sign. She ate my food, didn't she?
あんたユージのおかず全部食べちゃったじゃないの。
いつの間に誰だ。
いや、お前だろ。
No, it was you. Well, a healthy appetite is a good thing.
そんなこと言ってると、おにぎりもリンゴも全部食べられちゃうわよ。
リンゴはイチゴの次に好きなのよさ。ほほう、こいつはとっても美味しそうなのよさ。
Uh-oh.
あんた今朝リンゴ食べてきたでしょうが、意地汚いことしないの。
I don't really mind giving her the apple, but I thought you said Machina didn't have that big of an appetite?
まあ、なんというか食事のバランスが悪いのよね、この子。食べない時には全然食べないし、食べる時には人の3倍くらい食べちゃうのよ。
JB's pretty cool. She's funny. But, you know, at the same time, it's not a woman I want to get involved with. Sounds like a bit of an exaggeration. Drop my hand on Machina's head with a thump. Where would the kid be storing all that in this tiny body?
私もそう思うけど、実際食べるんだもの。ご飯食べた直後だってのに、お腹空いたって言い出したりしてさ。
Oh man. Huh? Did my stream just like lag? Is my stream lagging, guys? Uh-oh. I don't like that. It says my stream is lagging. Okay. Yeah, for some reason YouTube's telling me my stream is lagging, but yeah, it looks like my speed is maintained just fine, so that's weird. Okay. Yeah, YouTube's giving me false information. God damn it, YouTube, make me nervous. I see a red bar, I'm like, what? I'm like, well, my video settings should be okay. Just behind the normal lane. Alright, that's good. Okay. Maki and I agree with you there, though. There are days where I just polish off all the food. Strange. Maybe she works like a mole or a rhino, inefficient at absorbing energy from her food, so she has to keep stuffing herself or she'll starve to death?
話してると時間なくなっちゃうよ。とにかくお弁当にしよう。マキナ、手伝って。
Aye, aye, sa. For a second, I thought I saw a shadow fall across Amana's face, but she and Machina quickly get to work. They drag nearby desks and chairs up to mine, creating one large island. YouTube, damn it!
大したもんじゃないけどさ。遠慮しないで食べて。
It just means my preview stream is lagging on YouTube, and that's why. Amana pushes one of the stacked lunch boxes at me. Inside there's deep fried tofu covered with red bean paste, accented with thinly sliced boiled daikon radish. Not to mention broccoli with sesame sauce, fried burdock root, Kyoto-style grilled mackerel, and chicken meatloaf. Together they make an amazing, well-balanced and elaborate meal. Holding back at this point would be downright rude. Thank her for the food and extend my chopsticks to sliced daikon radish. Mana's cooking is somewhat light on the seasoning. I noticed as much before, when I had dinner in her room, but to my tongue used to preservatives and artificial coloring, her food seems extremely gentle. Probably because I haven't eaten real home cooking in a long time. Tastes even better than I expected. delicious.
なんて
Amana, you really are an excellent cook.
だから何度も言ってるのよさ。あまねえは上手だよって。
まあ料理屋の娘だしね。っていうかさ、この前だって私の手料理食べたじゃん。
Yeah, true. The dinner in our room was a simple stew, and the main ingredients were just some off-the-shelf fish products. So there weren't any real surprises. But this meal has the vaguely nostalgic essence of home cooking. The taste calls up faded memories of the meals my mother served me. Honestly, it's a bit of an emotional jolt.
うちの母親がね、アホでもおへちゃでもかましまへんけど、料理だけは覚えとかなあきまへんえってさ。
You know, that's fair, I guess.
子供の頃から料理はよく教わってたのよね。
Jeez, man, I got like no cooking lessons. One day I like went into the kitchen and started cooking, and my parents were like, "You know how to cook?" I'm like, "I watched you guys do it from long enough." That was when I was like 6, though. I've gotten a lot better since then.
ね、お兄ちゃん、私が食べさせてあげよう。卵がいい？はい。
Well, you don't like eggs, huh? No, I'll feed myself, thanks. Even eating with others like this is a concession on my part. This is going way past ticklish and into seriously awkward territory. Mocking thrusts the omelet toward my nose with a clumsy grip on her chopsticks. I instinctively pull back and turn a frank scowl in Amana's direction. Hey, Amane? Do something about this girl. Or so my glance was intended to convey. But Amane bites her lower lip lightly and an irrepressible smile spreads across her face. Damn it, she's already betrayed me. And here we are, some people watching this stream that are unable to cook. Guys, it's okay. Not everyone has to cook. But it's a good skill to have. It really is a good skill to have. Grabbing a Kimpura burdock root with her chopsticks, she presses it toward my face, which I turned away from Makina's attack.
Hi.
Damn it! Brutus! At 2?
こんなに可愛い女の子が両手に花状態でだよ。王様待遇じゃん。
God damn it.
そうなのよ。そろそろ空気読め。
That's my line. Caught between a rock and a hard place, theoretically I should gain distance. Then suppress each target individually. Step 1. I need a chance to take evasive action. Have to create some sort of distraction. Everyone in this room is now a potential weapon of last resort. My frantic gaze settles on Sakaki, sitting alone in silence, picking food from a catered lunch with her chopsticks. Sakaki, I'm begging you. Sakaki glances toward us out of the corner of her eye. I send her a desperate SOS with my gaze. Her own silent message follows. Please, don't think you're going to drag me into this. Damn it! The only ally I could have had. Gone. Done. Give me some spice and a bit of sour cream. Tacos. Hey, tacos are good. Truly cold and heartless answer. A brief please try to eat a little more silently from your mouth could save my life, and you abandoned me? I've just witnessed with my own eyes a tragic moment. Long years trusting him on a superpower's umbrella, forbidden from developing a military, still shedding blood and sweat in defense of our nation, all come to naught. Sakaki, my friend and ally! In the end, was I nothing to you but a shield against the menace of Amane and Makina? A sacrifice to suffer in your place when the time came? No reason to despair, Kazama Yuji. From the start, you were a mere pawn in the great game. A dog kept alive on the whims of your masters. And you threw away the right to expect mercy from God a long time ago. Didn't you know as much? It's too late now to think of the national interest. All that's left to me is to embrace this moment of reckoning. Endure the unendurable. Suffer the insufferable. Find the cool serenity of still water.
こういうの鬱陶しいかな。
What?
こういうさ、私の押し付けがましい仲良しごっこに付き合うのって正直しんどいと思うし、
Uh-oh.
そっとしておいてほしいとか鬱陶しいって思うかもしれない。 でもさ、私はこういうやり方しかできないし、他の方法が思いつかないのよ。ユージの過去に何があったかなんて知らないし、知ったところで何もしてあげられない。
Sakaki does have really nice hair, yeah.
ましてや同情するつもりもない。されるだけ惨めだって知ってるしね。これはさ、私が私を慰めるためにやってるエゴだから、悪いけど我慢しなさい。というか諦めて。分かったら、はい、口を開けて。あーん。
Sorry, it's Amana's truly selfish request, Yuji. You're done. This Suamana woman is too clever at times. When she puts it like that, no matter how badly I want to escape the situation, there's no way I can bring myself to run away. That ruthless way she cuts off my path of retreat is nostalgic in a way. Reminds me of my big sister. Then again, compared to Kazuki, I guess Amana's methods are almost charming. As that thought passed through my head, the tension naturally drains from my body, and let my mouth fall open. The kimpura she throws in my mouth has that same simple light seasoning, same taste of home.
おいしい?
Yeah. Food is good, to be sure, but what's with this stifling feeling? The reassuring taste of home cooking, the experience of eating with others, they're exactly the sort of things people associate with intimacy and happiness. But in counter-reaction to the peaceful atmosphere, dark thoughts spreads through my mind. I shouldn't be sitting here. My chest feels tight. Drawing breath is uncomfortable. I'm off balance. I know exactly why. I spent 1.5 years since my master's death keeping my distance from others. In that time, I've grown starved for this sort of contact. I don't want to admit that to myself, because that means facing the question, do I deserve an ordinary life? Do I have the right to an everyday routine existence, living for small moments of happiness?
いいんだよ。
Huh?
だから、私の分も食べていいんだよ。
Yeah.
そうなのよ。男の子なんだからいっぱい食べてまるまる太らないとダメなのよさ。はい、
Look, I told you I can feed myself. Got to get used to this sort of thing sooner or later. I want to believe that, but there's a part of me that can't. Even now, there's a nagging discomfort in the corner of my mind. There's always a side of me that accepts and a side of me that denies. And in a fight, the side that denies always comes out on top. I guess that's the first thing I should try to fix about myself. Is there a reason I can't stay broken? An obvious question, but I think I'll leave it for another time. Alright. What? I have to grow as a character, but my resting bitch face will be affected by this. And I think that's a good time to call it, guys. Wow. Yeah. Lots of ups and downs, and actually lots of ups, man. I'm enjoying this. And getting a little bit more insight into Yuji, both comically and a little bit seriously towards the end there, so. Interesting. I don't know, does that mean shit's gonna hit the fan? We'll see. Anyway, for now, this is animefanrk2k. Thank you very much for watching the Monday Night Livestream. I'll see you in whatever else I do, or next week for another Monday Night Livestream. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always. See you guys. Peace!